Hi guys, so today we're looking at a new skincare product from E.L.F. and this is their Oil Control Pink Powder Mask. So, this costs £8 and you get 30 grams of product, which if you were comparing it to an already liquid mask, it would be slightly more than 30 grams. So the instructions for this are that you've got this little enclosed brush, which I'm interested to feel, and you're meant to dunk the brush in water, then dip it in the powder, and then apply it, and it should go into a paste. So, it's quite a small brush, so I imagine if you were doing your whole face, you might have to dunk a couple of times, but it does say to apply onto the T-zone or any oily area of the face. For me that is going to be my whole face, and wait for 10 to 15 minutes, use 1 to 2 times a week. So it is a clay based mask, it's got niacinamide, my favourite, and it's kaolin clay. So, it's in this little tub, it's got like a seal on top of it, and it is just powder, there's not really much else to say about it. So I'm going to take my nose stud out, and we're going to test down this side of the face and leave this one. So zooming in for a nice before nosy, or a not so nice before nosy. My skin's actually not too bad just now. I've got a little spot there, we'll see if it dries that up any. Another one there. Yeah, I might have just removed my makeup in a hurry night before last and not washed my face because I was tired. So, let's get dunking. I've got a little bowl of water. This just feels so weird. So, okay. I mean, I knew it would pick up product, I just wasn't sure how much, what consistency it would be. Oh, okay. That feels quite nice actually. It didn't really say anything about the temperature of the water, I just went with warm because that's going to be slightly more pleasant. Okay, definitely going to have to double dunk. And a bit like eyeshadow, I was twisting the brush there and making sure that any dry excess fell off. This brush is nice for getting into that little nook and cranny bit on your nose. I mean, on the one hand I'm saying I wish it was a bigger brush, but actually it's probably best that it's not in terms of working around like your eye and things like that. You wouldn't want to... Ooh. Okay, see, we're getting kind of drier now, as if it's not. Right, so I just dunked it straight into the water there, just to kind of loosen things up a little bit, because it seemed to have got really gunky on the brush, as if too much product had built up. Now I've got the opposite problem, but I'll just get some more product and that should balance it out. So far we're seeing it is a unusual way of applying a face mask. I have had a powdered mask before that you mix yourself, but you literally mix it so you knew the consistency. This seems to be a bit more erratic, and we've seen quite a few different consistencies coming out of this, and I'm only doing half my face. So, I don't know. I mean, I like it, but I think mixing it and just putting it on would probably be easier. So I'm just going down on my jawline because I've been getting a couple of bumps down there, and I'm just going to pop that in the bowl and let it rinse. So time wise, I've got so many messages. It is 11:15, so we'll be rinsing this off about past. If there's anything to comment on while it's drying, I will come back. If not, I will just rinse it and come back. Right, I'm back. Believe it or not, it's been 6 minutes. This is so dry already that I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but anyway. You see there's like... No, it's not going to show up on camera. There's literally dust, in fact. There's dust falling off of this. It's crazy. Obviously I didn't get the right consistency of water to powder with this somehow. I don't know, did I dampen it down again? I don't see why not. But yeah, so if it's... now it's just sticking to the brush. Okay, so consistency seems to be an issue with this. And I like the ingredients in this mask, but I might look at pre-mixing it rather than going with this little gimmick, because it does seem to be hard to get a reasonable consistency. And I was potting around trying to tidy my room, and then I realised I was like shedding face mask dust everywhere, which doesn't really go with tidying. So I'll be back in another couple of minutes when this has been rinsed off. Okay, so I'm back. So I actually ended up washing this off at 25 past. I mean, it's just after 1/2 just now, so I had to run and get a charger. This literally, after 10 minutes total, had went back to dust a second time. So like 5 minutes dust, re-wet it, 5 minutes dust. So that was a bit annoying. It was really easy to clean it off because I leaned over my sink and started pulling faces and some of it came off. And then when I wet my hands and went in, some of the chunks just came right off. So my skin does feel drier. That's not that surprising. It does look nice and smooth, and I like the effects it's had. I was hoping this would dry up a little bit more. It feels really dusty just now because it feels like this hasn't rinsed off properly. I think what I want to do now is pre-mix the mask for this side and see if we can do that. Because honestly at the moment I'm thinking that the delivery system with this mask is a little bit of a gimmick and not actually effective at all. We had too many different consistencies going on. There was bits that were chunky and yeah. I'm going to try just mixing it and see where we go with that. So I'll be back again. Okay, so this needs a confusingly small amount of water to turn into a paste. And I'm just going to get this on my face as quickly as I can. Yeah. So I think I had maybe, I don't know, like 8 drops of water or something. And with the amount of powder mask I had, maybe 1/2 teaspoon, it was like liquid. So I added more powder. So yeah, definitely if you do end up trying this route, if this works, light-handed on the water. It's obviously designed to somehow turn liquid from just what would absorb with a brush. So literally I would start with like 4 or 5 drops and see where you are. The other kind of mix it yourself powder mask I've got, I'm pretty sure it's almost equal parts. Although I used to reduce that, so I'll remember. But that already looks such a better consistency. Then the other side, and okay, yeah, I'm still using the brush because I decided I always kind of avoided masks, brushes, things. Okay, I'd seen sets for them. Well, that's silly, you just put it on your hands, but actually it's quite nice putting it on with a brush. So let's start the 15 minutes again. It's just before 20 to 12 now, so hopefully this won't turn to dust in like 5 minutes. Okay, so I was starting to rinse this off, and honestly it was so powdery that I felt like I needed to come and show you guys this. Like, there you go, half the mask is removed. That, bear in mind, is my piercing, it's not a bit of mask that isn't moving. So that's weird. I'm going to go and finish rinsing this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've rinsed this off with water. I also done another rinse of this side of my face because it wasn't feeling quite clear. I'm going to zoom you in. Let's have a look at the skin first of all. Because results are most important, let's face it. So My skin, oh god. Well, that looks like slightly questionable. My skin does look good, the pores look tightened, so that's good. Oh, focus. Right, so I don't know, I really like the effects it's had on my skin so far. It's just quite a messy process for some reason. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go and do the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to see how my skin lasts throughout the day, whether it is noticeably less oilier. But at the moment, I'm liking the effects of this. Just the whole trying to get the application right in a way that I'm not leaving dust everywhere. Because honestly, it's all down my top. I mean, if I was using this immediately before going in the shower, just rinsing it off in the shower, it would be no bother. Maybe if I sat with like a spray bottle of water and scooshed it down every so often. That's just a lot of hassle. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm liking the effects it's had on my skin. I think my skin looks really good. I'm just gonna hold off and see if it has any actual impact on my oil production throughout the day before I firmly decide, but this is probably going to go into the it's up to you category. But we'll see. We will hold on and we will see. I'm going to go and get ready and do the rest of my makeup just now. Right, so just quickly popping back on camera, I've obviously got makeup on now. It is actually after midnight, and yeah, I think my skin's maybe been a tiny bit less oily than it normally is. A couple of things that I wanted to like show you guys. I really wish I'd got this on camera. I hadn't cleaned the brush after I filmed my last segment, and it had all dried mask on it, and I literally went like that and it all turned to like really fine powder again. So I don't understand this. I've never seen something so eager and willing to go back to being that fine of a powder. It's utterly bizarre. So there's something strange with how they formulated that. Another thing that I forgot to mention earlier is when you open the box it says, as a matter of fact, you're as cute as a button. And then on the lid there's printed a little button. So it doesn't add to the product at all, but it was cute and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I don't know, I think I'm sticking to what I said earlier. This is going to be one of those personal preference things. Is it affordable? Yes. Do you get a lot of product for your money? Yes. Would it be good for travelling with? I don't know, I mean, dust can probably make quite a lot of a mess of your bag as much as a paste could. The whole applying it with the, just wet the brush, put it into the dust, bit of a gimmick, and I don't think you would get a good consistency with that. That being said, when I tried mixing it, as you saw, we still got the dust anyway. So to me, this is quite a messy product. I would probably reserve it for when I'm literally putting a mask on before I jump in the shower. Because then who cares how much of a mess that we get. So I'm sitting on the fence with this one. It's going to be personal preference. If you have those skin problems, aren't bothered by the mess, tiny bit of extra faff with mixing it up yourself, then go for it. But if you really don't like the mess, don't do it. Don't go for it. So if there's anything I haven't covered, in fact I don't think I covered whether there was any scent, and I didn't notice one at all. So any other questions, leave those down below and I will get back to you. See if you've got any requests, pop them down there as well. If you've seen any unusual products that you think that I would enjoy reviewing, let me know, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.